do the ML setup tutorial thing. So you have a mesh or several meshes that you want to recolor or clean up or something else. So first thing you need to know is just which ML setup belongs to the mesh you want to recolor. So we will be using the default appearance, but I will tell you how to find the appearances. Let's say, for example, if you want to find the ML setup for the white one, you need to open this and remember the name, like it's net what mask what white stuff. So the reason why is sometimes the names will be vastly different from the appearance name, so that's why we need to expand it and take in mind of this. And then you go up here and find the buffer. Both the buffer and the entry will list the appearance like material things here, but I use the buffer because that's literally what buffer is with the thing. Yeah, so we go to here, you can see the number, it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, so it's the number 4, remember this. And the material buffer, which is what controls the like whether it's diffuse texture or if it's ML setup stuff, multi-layer stuff. And so usually it's in the second to last. So if you have like 3 buffers, 0, 1, 2, it will be the 1 buffer, but we only have 2, so it's the 0 buffer. And for some meshes, it will be in the mesh itself, which will be a kind of a problem, but we will only be covering like the ones in the buffer for now. So drag this in hex, and the fourth one, which is this one, will be the white. So we can expand it and see, yeah, this is the MLT1 white things. The reason why we need to find this is sometimes the ML setup, usually it's with the same name, but sometimes it's not. You know, CDPR with their naming. So yeah, but we will be doing the default. So the default is the first one, which is always the first one, 0C. Well, not always, but usually. Yeah, I shouldn't say always because, yeah, sometimes it's not. But in this case, it's the default. And let's search it. If you don't have these program everything, I suggest you download it. It's a really powerful search program that can help you because Windows file search is garbage. So yeah, and let's go in here and find that it is this one and copy it out. So this is a commission, so we have a desired thing that we want. So for the shirt, it is we want gray tie, so I will just type this in, and let's custom path it. So I always like to keep it semi-tidy. I have meshes and ML setup stuff, and let's copy the ML setup with the path only after base and paste it. Usually the ML setup is in the first file, but sometimes it's different. So in this case, this paste it, save it, and we also have the other one. So let's go to that one. Yes, for which one is this for more? For the long coat, it's also the default, and we find it and copy it as well. But I mean, I already copied it because I forgot to delete it. So let's just custom path this one as well. And here. Okay. So custom path, you can do any path you want, your own path and stuff. Now that we have both buffers saved, we need to any edit to the buffer itself, you need to rebuild the mesh. I am going to assume you're using a newer CP77 tools or like client, WolvenKit client, but the old command is rebuild. I forgot what's it, like K and stuff, but I have things here like rebuild command. Do I have it here? Yes, I do, like commands and stuff here. Rebuild, do I have it? Yeah, it's here. Rebuild bt keep. Oh, it's a long path, but that's old stuff. For the new one, it's rather simple. Let me show you. Copy the path, and it's import k path and your path. Enter. Okay, it's rebuilt. Now let's move on to actually editing. So drag the two mlsetup here. So the way I like to explain the multi-layer system is it's like a oil painting. So the layers are stacked on top of each other. So let's actually use the builder to show it. So if you don't know, there's this builder. I'm using a kind of old version, but it works for me. So, but there's this builder that can help you preview the like layers. Like for example, you can see that it shows the different layers. This is very helpful. You can also import the mlsetup inside, but that involves the like you need to convert the mlsetup to JSON and import the JSON, and then after editing you need to convert it back. So for me it's an extra step, and since I already got used to the hex editing, I just don't do that. So for me the builder is more of a assist tool in seeing all the layers and like micro blends and stuff, how it goes on top. So yeah, I will show you how to use the builder to view the layer. So to do that, you need two things in the like designated path. You have like you can get the paths. I forgot where is it actually. It's like here. Yeah. Oh no, that's the randomization, damn it. Preferences, yes, this one. You can set the path to, you can set it to your extraction folder path. It needs to be, I don't know if this is fixed in the later version, but for my, this is like the first version of the standalone. For the thing, you need to set it to the base folder instead of the top. Like I used to set it on the top and it didn't work. So yeah, and choose your preferences with the thing. Okay, what I like to do is I like to separate it in a different folder. The reason why is you can actually edit mlmask now with WolvenKit, and you can make the edited mlmask show on the like. This is one layer of mlmask, so you can actually make it show and kind of preview your edits in a way. So that is really helpful, but it would be kind of a pain if you use your like big extraction folder to like you want to keep the extraction folder vanilla assets instead of your edit asset. So I do it in a separate folder. Okay, now to use this we need two things. We need the texture extract of the layers, either DDS, BMP or PNG. I used DDS because that's just the extraction format I extracted them in. And you need the GLB, very important is GLB, not the like mesh. So need the GLB of the mesh itself and then the mask. So let's just find it. The mask will be this one. Basically, normally I don't think I've run into something that uses different things. usually a mesh uses a single mask, so it's shared between these. Like for example, if you open this, this will be the same mask as this one. Yeah. So let's just open this and copy. You don't need the mask itself, you only need a DDS. And a really useful feature for everything is you can copy the exact like folder path. Like for example, if I were to copy this in like want to copy this in another folder, I need to create the exact path, like base characters, garments, stuff. But if you use this feature, it will copy the path for you. So I just do this mlsetup because this is my folder, and do confirm. And let's go to there. Actually, I can do it something like this. mlsetup, yes. And let's just copy all the layers over here. And for the mesh, let's do the same as well. You can get JLB from the mesh itself, so let's just copy the mesh and copy the path to the mesh and use the command export path. If you want to get buffers out of meshes, you need to do export force buffer, FB is force buffer, mesh, and then path your path. Yeah, that's the command. But we need GLB, so we don't want that. Okay. Now for this one, let's see. I don't need this. After you have done this, you basically go here and search for the, what's it called? Long code. Sorry for that. MA and load model, and it should load for you. Okay. Now, what is our thing for? We need black letter for this one. Okay. Now, this will show all the layers. Usually, the last 3 or 2 layers are dirt, and if you only do like cleanups and stuff, it's really simple. Let's go to this one, open it, data, multi-layer setup, here. These are all the layers, and you can see it's 0 to 19, which corresponds to this 0 to 19. So yeah, so the 19 layer actually, like, you can kind of see why I say it's oil painting. Like, for example, 0 layer is always like all around solid. It's like a base on the line to make sure everything is colored, and everything adds on top of it. So for example, if you have 0 layer as a like a white, and you have this one as a black, like this part, if we disregard all the other layers, this part will be white, and this one, because it is higher in the layers, it will be black. So the sleeves will be black. So it all adds up one layer on top of each other. Yeah. Now let's go with like the first thing I do, because I really don't like dirt. Like, I don't care if it's for realism, but I take pics and I want like my V or my like enders to have like good clothes. So I don't like dirt and lint, or like what's it called? Suddenly forgot. Like, yeah, just those wrinkles and stuff, right? I remember now. So for this one, it actually has the opacity of it already set to 0. You can see this is edgeware. What I look for when you want to like clean up a clothes is I look for lint, microblend and edgeware microblend, and also the material is either dirt, like oil, or like stuff like that. So yeah, these two are the opacity 0, so we don't need that. Camel G, no, that's opacity 0. The first thing, to quickly view if a layer is used, just find this, and if it's not used, it's not used. And null usually is like not used at all. Yeah. Open this. This is not used as well. Oh yeah, also scratches and flakes, like scratches or something like that, are also usually like dirty stuff. Well, that's different. That's why we can do that later. Advancing, that's fine. Let's see if there's anything else. It looks like there's no lint for this one. That's good. So, what does it want? Black there? I thought it's already black though. Like, interesting. That's fine. We can experiment on, like, I can just show you. So let's see, these are invisible. What's actually used here? 7, 6, 5. So 5 and above. Let's go to 5. Okay, this is most likely because it's the topmost layer, so this is the main coat color, basically. And all the others, this is, I guess, to get the parse on color, I guess. Okay. Oh, because this is only 091. Oh, right. So we want to change colors. The colors are in the, like, colors are these, not like codes and stuff. It might be intimidating, but they are not, actually not. They correspond to the materials. So how the ML setup worked is, it uses you can view the mask as like a canvas, or like a area to paint on, like, you know, those games are paint my color. They are the outer things for it, and the setup is what like defines, like, it fills the colors and materials inside the designated area. So if we want to know what this actually means, we need to go to the template itself. Let's just open up the template here. Open it up to data, overrides, and you see there's a lot of things. The main thing you will be using is the color scale, but the roughness I can briefly explain. Roughness in and roughness out is how how light reflects and how rough a material is, and that actually affects like how the way colors get applied to a material. So most of the time, if it's more, I think if it's more rough, the colors are more like stick more, and if it's not rough enough, the colors stick less. But I could be wrong, you need to experiment. But the numbers you can see, like, this is treated like a I don't know if a lot of people know programming, but they are like the variable names, and these are the actual values. You can treat it as a label for like the label on the box for this number. So if you want roughness out 0, you can either use this code or this code. I can show briefly. Here is where the roughness level in and roughness level out. So these numbers all need to be under using this template. Like, if you use something that isn't from this template, it will, I think it will either break or show like, for colors it shows white, but I don't know if how this will work. But yes, so the lower the number, the more rough it is. Usually this is like the most highest, but like this is 0.6, which is quite high, but sometimes it doesn't follow the order because CDPR. No, this is the highest. CDPR stuff. Okay, now metal is the same, you can kind of guess, but like usually the N levels are only a single one, like null and stuff, but that depends on the material itself. Okay, now the colors are the most important. I usually like to put this here so I can actually see the colors on the side. Oh, I need to like say something. If you are using template 0.5 and above, the color, some of the colors will be wrong. Like, for example, this yellow will be like here, and this will be here. I don't know why. Like, that shows that I think Alpha might have done something about it. So I would recommend that you use version 0.48 or lower for this editing, just so you won't like get into a situation where you put a color in and you go in game and it's like totally different. Yeah, so these are the colors, and we can see like this is 7.6. I usually find by the top because these are sorted by the front numbers. So 7.6, we can go down. 7.6 is here, and it is 7.6 and A1. So 7.6 and A1, this one. So this code is actually brown for the main here. This one for the main area. So we want to change that to black because we want that black. So black, what is the color black? I mean, I already kind of, for most things, 3EAF77 is black. Like almost everything across the board, this number code is black. So if you ever see something like this, you know it's black. But we can also find it here, 3EAF here. Yes, it's black. You can kind of see on the left, like you can expand it and actually see the RGB numbers. They are the same. For some it's the same, for these it's different. So there's also an advancing that you can actually custom path your own template. I wouldn't recommend replacing the actual template because this is like used across everything. So if you replace like simply asset swap this template and you added like this one to a like pink color, every black will be plain pink, and that's not good. So you better custom path it inside like mlsetup and stuff. Okay, that's beside the point, but you know you can change this if you want. Okay, now we need this, and we actually already have this here, but just to show how to input a color, we will copy this one actually. Okay, now copy it, and you can see the color scale, it's actually a number and then the actual thing behind it. The numbers are on top here, CNA. You can see expanding it shows a lot of things, like overwhelming, right? But it's not that complicated. Basically these are like I previously said, these are the boxes, and this is like numbers 26 box, and number 26 box has the value of this one. That's basically how you should see it. So these numbers simply point to, oh, this is pointing to number 32 box. Is it the same? Yeah, 32 box is this one. So you have two options. You can either directly change it, which is just double click and paste it here, or you can just type whatever, but we can paste. But the problem with that is, if this is like, let's take for example, if this is, you can see that this is longer than this one because this has a null. If this is the case, you cannot do this. It won't let you because the like hex limit has the length limit, Like if it is longer, it cannot fit in the slot. But we have a script that can do it. Here, you can go to script. Usually it's all here, but if you don't have the script installed, you can view install script and do add and go to the scripts folder and add it. I already have everything installed. And to set a shortcut, because we will be using these a lot, press the set shortcut, and here are all the shortcuts I set. We will be using mainly the paste one. Yeah. Okay, so paste is Shift V for me. Now you can press the C names because we want to add a new C name to this one. If you want to add to the file, you need to make sure your cursor is on top of here. Yeah. So C name, and we can press the shortcut, or in this case I will showcase you can actually just go modding and paste. And it will ask you what string do you want to insert. I will paste the thing we have and press OK. It will do it automatically to the last one. So this is the 47. So remember the number, and we go down here because we have pasted a new thing. It collapsed the thing because the total size of the file is changed. So we go to the 5 one, and remember that is 47, and click enter. Okay, you can see 47 is the thing here. Yeah, that's really simple. We change the color. That's all. Isn't it simple? Okay, so now for this one, you'll see this is not changed. That is just a temporary visual thing. If you want to make it show this one, you just hit F5 to refresh and it will change. Yeah, okay. Now, elephant skin, I guess I can also change it to 47. That works because we just want a all black thing. 4. What is 4 layer 3? That is the thing. That is the. Okay. We should also change that. Though do keep in mind that the colors need to be also in the template. Like for example, these two are all both color leather blue, but this one is nylon strap. So if you are unsure if it is actually in the thing, I suggest you just open the nylon strap and navigate to color overrides and do 3 EF. Usually it's here. Yeah, it is here, so that's fine. But if it is not, it will be a white color. So if you import a color and it turns out to be white, the code is not in the template itself. Okay, so we can just change it to 47. And what is this? Is a metal generic. This is probably like the buckles or something. Yeah, so we don't want to change that. And these are all black, so I don't need to change that. Okay, this is done. We probably have a black one now, but we can only be for sure if we open it, like pack it and go in game. That's the problem with mlsetup stuff. We don't have a visualization. Now let's move on to the gray tie. I'm hoping. Oh, good. Now we should do the same thing with the builder. Sometimes I get lazy and I just don't do it, but just to showcase for the tutorial. Let's do this again. Copy. It's like advanced copy or something. I have mine in Mandarin, so it should be in the same place for you if you are using English version. Copy this and open the path and copy all the others. And then what I should copy this and be like here. And okay, just stuff. Modding is a lot of like just these stuff. Export path, like mindless stuff, but you need to get it working, not the GLB, the actual thing. Now let's just open up this. It's like netwatch, whatever. Shirt netwatch. Double underscore is important, which is annoying. Okay, this one, good. Now for this one we want to change the tie, and it has dirt on it, so let's just clean the dirt. Cleaning the dirt is very simple. Here, this one you can see dust fine. It's dust light. Yeah, dust thing is also like dirty stuff. Just change this to 0 and you have disabled the layer. Changing this to 1, you have enabled it. It's how transparent it is. So just so you know, this is also change this to 0 and change this to 0. Good. Now let's move on. These are not used because no one will. Lint is also dirty. Let's just eat it. Carbon fiber, that's the good one. This is also lint, but the problem we run into is it doesn't have an opacity layer. Like there's no things you can change to disable it like this one. It has the opacity. What do you do? It's simple really. You can just change one of these, like one of the number ones to opacity. How do you do that? You open this up and see, oh, number 26 is opacity, which is this one. Number 26 is opacity. So you go to the layer you want to disable, open this, and change this to 26. And change this. You can see this is an opacity, change this to 0. And you have now disabled this layer. Okay, but if this ML setup doesn't have opacity like at all, you can actually add your own just like adding the number before. Just do this and do the paste script and type exactly like lowercase opacity, like wait, where was that? Like this one, lowercase opacity, and you can use it. I can go into explanation on like how it works. So like it goes on top, like how do I call it? Everything goes to a material like empty file. I don't actually know if this one is like works like that. Let me check. Actually, is it not? Yeah, it is. So there is materials, so it works like a oh no, it's not. Never mind, disregard this. So for like other like skin stuff will be like skin.mt, and those are actually what these attributes have. So, but that's this besides the point. Sorry about that. I don't really have then grasp up on like actual like how they correspond. I just know that these attributes are all defined in a like master file. So if they are using the same master file, if you use this will work. Like yeah. Okay. Now this one, don't need that. Let's move on to this one is not used. This one is not used as well. Lint. Just make it stop. Why you make so many dirty look at how many layers of dirt do you want. Okay, this is fine filth. Just delete that. Stripe. Okay, we have cleaned this. Now we need to find the layer for the tie. 9 and 8 and 7. That's most likely a dirt layer because it's not, like you can see the difference between like the opacity of these layers. So it's 9 is lint, this is not used. This is the why is this also lit? The hell? Is another layer on top of it, or is it a lower layer? Interesting. Okay, so it's not using its own layer for it's shared with one of these. Probably the stripe one, now that I think about it. Let me see. It's a stripe, yeah. So might as well go into like microblends and stuff. So microblends are how mlsetup do like patterns and things. You can actually view it in the layers, like the builder itself. You can go to like stripes. Does it have stripes? Where is it? Here. We use stripe vertical 8. You can see, oh, it looks like this. Let's just move it. Oh, it looks like this. And you can actually aim it with this. This is the actual mask, and this is how the microblend goes over it. And you can see it in here. These two controls the how big the patterns are. So for example, the MB tail controls the microblend tail size, and the MAT is material type. So each material also has its own like looks to it. Like for example, if it is like cotton, it will have that sort of texture to it. Yeah, so we can actually see it here. You just go to any ML template and find this diffuse and open it, and you can see, oh, I have the texture of the older head. This is the leather material, and that's just how it looks in game. So if you make like, I don't think you can preview the material, but you can preview the like the microblend. The bigger the MB tile is, you can see the bigger it is, the smaller it gets. Like you can see at the very bottom, it's just one singular stripe across. So how microblends works is, sorry, excuse me. I need actually I need to drink something. Okay, how the microblends work is, it actually cuts a hole, like cuts not a hole, multiple like cuts on the actual layer and show the colors underneath. For most of them, for some there's like colors like tints and stuff to them, but like for dots and stripes and stuff, you can see this light part is the layer itself, but the dark part is the cuts. So it actually shows the part underneath. So let's take this for example. This layer has the stripe microblend. So let's go to the color and see what color it is. I'm going to assume it is blue, probably. Go here, here, C87, and what's it? D42. Here. Oh, it's actually not. I guess it's gray. Wait, actually, yeah. The netwatch thing is actually gray. Where exactly is the tie? But never mind, let's just focus on this. So it's gray, and let's view the layer underneath it. See what is underneath it. It's either 1 or 0. I think it's 1. Layer number 1. No, this is the stripe, so it's layer 0. So this is immediate on top, so this is the layer that has the stripe. I'm going to assume this is white, but let's see. 1.8, 1.8. oh, this is a darker gray. So they are lighter gray, almost white, and darker gray, which is the stripes. So how it works is you have two layers, and the top layer has these stripes, so you can kind of visualize it has the stripes on it, and cuts open the current layer to show the layer underneath, which is the darker gray color. If you change this layer's microblend to like a dot, the dots will actually be darker gray. So it's really bizarre. Like you would think if you want to change the stripe, like if it's dots, the dots color, you will want to change a higher layer, because in your mind it's the dots are on the actual clothes, but it's actually the opposite. This one has the base color for the thing, and this one has the actual dots color. Yeah, I know this because I played around with the dots on the dresses and stuff. Okay, I got sidetracked, but yes, that's the thing. Now let's find that. Is it layer 3 like, or is it like something else? Velvet, maybe? Wait, why is it lint? And why did I not disable this? Felt. Alright, felt is also like a dirt layer thing. Don't tell me you actually use a lint thing for your tie. I'm going to be kind of annoyed. Sometimes like the supposedly dirt and lint layer is the actual color layer, and I get annoyed by it. Whatever, I can just use a layer to use it. So assuming this is the tie and then this is the lint, what you want to do is, if you don't want to use the lint thing, you can see how lint looks here. It's like dirty stuff. It's not good. So you want to change this number. You go, so this is the file path. So you go to the files, not the CNAME. CNAME already in like other things, and you look. Default is like no pattern and no stuff. So if you want to just make it not have a pattern, you'd use default, which is should be number 1. The difference between CNAME and files is CNAME usually has 0 to be empty, so all the numbers of the names will be corresponding to this. But for the files, you can see this one actually is 1, but the thing is 0, so you have to add 1 to the file to get the correct one. So yeah, let's do the thing. And I'm going to assume this is blue because his tie is blue and I want to change it. I'm hoping it is, or else it will be annoying. I don't like to keep packing and reloading the game. B2. Yes, it is blue. Perfect. It is actually really good now because you have the builder to view the layers. Before we have the builder, you have to change each layer to you have to guess if that layer is what you want, either by opening the I can actually show with a mask. So each layer of mask is let me show this one. You can see this is how it is. You can kind of guess from what it is, but it's still not reliable and you have to guess a lot. But builder actually makes it easier to find the layers. Okay, I need to change this to a dark gray. What is a dark gray color? Dark gray, I guess this one. Yeah, that works. Probably. So let's just change this to find this. Is it use? Yes, it is use. I guess I can just paste another one and see the name 47, see the layer 47, and save it. Okay, we have now changed the things. Now let's pack the thing. Do I want to go in game? Can I just say, okay, I would try, but I don't know if my computer will be able to handle both recording and like if it doesn't like work, I would just cut this part out. Okay, let's try. Oh, if you didn't know, I made a thing. Oops. I definitely need to cut that out. Yeah, I should not be doing that. Okay, I made a thing for tracking your relaunches. Is it in here? Yes, this one. You can use this one to, like, you know, if you are in the desktop, you need to double click to launch the game, but with this one you can just single click to launch the game, and it tracks your total launches number. Like, for example, I have my number at 6k, almost 6.5k. Yeah, modding is a thing. Okay, let's see if this works. It works! Look. So, his ties are gray and this shirt is clean. You can kind of see, like, for the stripes, it's like a white, so that's light gray, and a darker gray, and it is cutting through it. Okay, now that this works, let's test the jacket. Oh, I forgot I have two meshes to avoid clipping, but the jacket looks fine. I would probably, is that actually there? Yes, that's there. I would probably eat this one, like, you know, those kind of like worn look to the leather, but you need to kind of guess which layer it is. Is it like front? No, it's all over. Is that the elephant skin? Let me see. Elephant skin. Actually, okay. I will just view that another time. But yes, as you can see, it worked. Like, it worked. I changed. You can clearly see from the tie. I changed it. Okay. That's about it, I think. Yeah. Also, you can change, like, I might as well explain some things, like, I don't know what contrast is, but the normal things is like, if you have seen those Rose's jacket or by Millie, you can, do I actually pronounce the name right? By Mel. You can see that the roses are actually like, how do you say it? Like actual patterns, not just stickers slapped on. They have depth to it. So that is how you do depths. They have their own normal strengths. And this is the normal strengths of the, I believe it's the material. And these I have already explained. Okay, that's about it, I think.